Wednesday keep beating the big city boys. Manchester United, the most recent to come unstuck at Hillsborough. As welcome as that is, Danny Wilson knew he had also got to get points from the strugglers. So he'd be looking for a win here against a team that had only got 4 points on the road all season. Harry Bassett has got a battle on his hands again, but if anyone can get Forest out of trouble, he can. Just 40 miles between them, so this was as good as a derby match. Provided another opportunity for Pierre van Hooijdonk to impress us as he continued his rehabilitation with Nottingham Forest against a Wednesday team that were beginning to settle down under Danny Wilson, unbeaten in 3 now. It's a fixture that usually provided goals, 21 in the last 9 games at Hillsborough, and this one didn't let us down. The team news. For the 4th game in a row, Wednesday were unchanged. Di Canio, their top scorer, still missing, as he had been for 2 months. No Steve Stone in the Forest lineup. He was suspended, and Dougie Freedman, who'd got 4 in 6 games recently, was also missing with a back injury. Jean-Claude Darcheville in for him. Our match commentators at Hillsborough, Trevor Francis and Alan Parry.
It's been a difficult first season as manager here for Danny Wilson, but it's not something he isn't used to. In fact, at this stage last season, when he was in charge of Barnsley, they had fewer points than Wednesday have at this stage. And more encouragingly for him, his team, in their last game, managed to beat Manchester United. That's their only win in the last 8, but what a win it was. A 3-1 victory, and their last victory before that was here against Arsenal. Since then, they've drawn at Chelsea. Their form against the top teams in the table, undisputably good, but it's what they can do against their fellow strugglers that could matter now. But Sheffield Wednesday in the blue and white stripes who get us underway. Hinchcliffe straight into possession, and Carboni, the little Italian, who's waited a long time for a goal now, quickly dispossessed. Putting Forest in the red and white, of course. Rodgers back in their side after a 1-match suspension, which caused him to miss out on that game against Aston Villa, where Forest led 2-0 against the Premiership leaders, only to be pegged back to a 2-all draw. Atherton hasn't missed a game for Wednesday this season, finding Booth onto Carboni. He goes down under Chattel's challenge. First free kick of the game to Sheffield Wednesday. Carboni scored the first goal against Forest in a 2-0 victory a couple of years ago. It was his first goal for the club, in fact. His possession, finding Yonk on the right. Hinchcliffe back again to the Dutchman. And onside here, Alexanderson. The cross was a little too deep, perhaps. And Chettle gets it away.
Yeah, well, eventually the cross did come in, Alan, at the second attempt, but I'm sure that Booth would have preferred it in much earlier.
And here's an example of Darcheville's pace straight away. Lightning break down the right. And even Des Walker found it hard to keep up with him, just as you were saying, Trevor.
Yes, I think that surprised Des Walker. Do you see the look Des gave him? He couldn't believe it when he went past him. I thought he had played the ball actually over the byline. But there's only one player on this field who could have kept that in play, and that's Darcheville.
Well, it was the opening couple of minutes when we saw Forest play at Highbury early in the season, where he produced a similar sprint, and you could feel the reaction of shock from the crowd.
The only problem is, Alan, that he goes that quickly, but by the time he got the ball back into play from the byline, of course, none of his teammates can possibly be able to get up with play. It's impossible.
Sala winning it back and finding Rudy down the left for Sheffield Wednesday. Im Yonk in a forward position, Booth just ahead of him. It was a good challenge. Referee tonight, incidentally, is Rob Harris. Sheffield Wednesday have managed only 4 wins in their 15 league games tonight, but they have, as we've been saying, improved a lot of late. 1 defeat in their last 6, 4 of those matches drawn. A testing back pass there for Besant. And Forest build again. Could have been a difficult ball. Darcheville couldn't quite latch onto it and concedes the free kick. Booth's layoff. Rudy. Looking for support from Hinchcliffe. He looked again for the Norwegian. Picked off by Hjelde. And Booth runs into trouble against Bart Williams, a former Sheffield Wednesday player, of course, but he's given it away. This is Rudy again. Alexanderson offside. Scored 2 goals in the last home game against Manchester United, his first goals in the Premiership.
Yeah, Forrest held a good line there. Alexanderson came off the line, looked to go on the inside of Rodgers, but Rodgers held the line very well. Just called Alexander offside.
Chettle. Johnson. Rodgers on the left. Darshfield and Van Hooijdonk in the box. Pulls it back to Quasi. And now Bart Williams. Van Hooijdonk keeping possession. Hjelde finds Bart Williams. This is Quasi. Good movement here from Nottingham Forest, but the final ball by Bart Williams was disappointing. Made over 150 appearances in his 4 seasons here. In fact, I think you bought him, in fact, Trevor, didn't you, as a 17-year-old?
Yes, got him from Leyton Orient. He came out for 2 or 3 days training. And immediately I knew that he was the player that we wanted. Signed him for something like, what, 100,000. And they later sold him for about 2.5 million. So excellent business for Sheffield Wednesday.
There's Atherton. Im Jong, the Dutchman who scored his first goal in that 3-1 victory against Manchester United. Emerson finding Hinchcliffe. Rudy, the Norwegian. And Hinchcliffe again. The run was early from Booth. He releases it short to Rudy. And a challenge by Hjelde. One Norwegian up against another, something we see frequently in the Premiership these days. So many Scandinavian players. Here's a good Englishman in Booth, a real Yorkshireman at that. Darshfield's layoff was a little careless, straight to Rudy. Booth got the challenge from behind, and that's why the referee's given the free kick. Hjelde the culprit. Good position this for Sheffield Wednesday. It's knocked short. And not a bad effort from Young. It took a deflection en route. Corner, first of the game.
Yeah, I think Forrest were expecting the ball into the box, looking for the head of either Emerson or Booth. They were quite slow to come out and close down. Fortunately, it was deflected.
Young will stay forward. The Brazilian Emerson joins him in the 6-yard box. And Rudy there on the near post. And the flick on. That was danger. Very good challenge by Hjelde.
It certainly was. I think it prevented a goal. Andy Booth was definitely in for an attempted goal.
Great chance there where the cross came in. The marking was awful, and Peter Rudy holds his head in his hands, knowing he's missed a great chance.
Well, I'm sure Forest are aware that they can't give too many corners away on this right-hand side. The quality is always going to be reasonably good with Hinchcliffe swinging him in with his left foot. And on that occasion, this is a great chance. I first thought it was slightly too high, but on the second reflection, that was absolutely perfect height, and that should have been the opening goal to Sheffield Wednesday.
Well, Rudy got his first goal for the club in a 1-1 draw at Newcastle last month, and should have doubled the total then. And that's just what Sheffield Wednesday didn't need, having difficulty enough scoring goals. Hinchcliffe for that. Carboni, lovely skill by the little Italian. Hjelde came to take it off him. And then a handball, giving Sheffield Wednesday the free kick. Darshfield. Johnson, the former Norwich player, back in the side after a lengthy absence through injury. Hielder all the way back to Dave Besant. And now Rodgers. This is Quasi. Back again to Armstrong. Almost played Rodgers in behind the fullback. Atherton read the danger. And Booth with a good ball for Alexanderson. Two in the middle, Rudy's one of them. And for the third or fourth time already, Shelder came to Forest's rescue.
Yeah, it was a good spot by Alexanderson because Forest were a little bit short in the back post. Sheffield Wednesday had a 2-on-1 situation. If the ball had been played a little bit firmer, I think they could have been in trouble.
Van Hooijdonk, Bart Williams. This is Rodgers. Quasi and Darshfield both ahead of him. Atherton with the tackle. Chettle under pressure from Boo. Bart Williams was in support. This is Armstrong, the only Forest player who's played in every game this season. Not a bad ball for Quasi, but he was offside. Nottingham Forest have managed only 2 wins in their 15 Premiership games so far, and they both came back in August against Coventry and Southampton. Since then, they've gone 12 league games without a win, just 5 points out of a possible 36. Booth beaten to the header by Armstrong. Johnson did well. Quasi. This is Bart Williams. Rodgers in space again down the left. Hurls one in towards Van Hooijdonk. Hinchcliffe missing his attempted header, but Rudy there to clear. Carboni. And the referee sees that as a foul by Hielder. Carboni's layoff to Rudy. And he almost threaded back in to the little Italian. But on the break, Darshfield a problem. Walker's clearance. Here's Emerson. Peter Atherton. Gets it back again from Wim Jonk. Emerson looking for a bit more movement from his colleagues here. In the end, gives it away. Quasi for Nottingham Forest. This is Armstrong. Van Hooijdonk. Well, quite happy to see him in that area of the field Wednesday, I'm sure.
Yeah, he's dropping deep, just like Carboni is for Sheffield Wednesday. Just leaving the one striker up. For Wednesday it's Booth, and for Forest it's Darshfield.
Will look for Van Hooijdonk, but Emerson got there first. And then Bonner with a brave header, which has left him injured. Play goes on, Johnson in possession. And the referee saw nothing wrong with the challenge from Hinchcliffe. Wednesday wasting possession.
Actually, Alexanderson made another excellent run trying to get on the inside of Rodgers, but because the pass was delayed, he had gone offside.
Bart Williams strong in the middle for Forest. Just about got that right to Bonner on the right. Rudy working hard to win it back. That's excellent play. Well, the back heel are a little over-elaborate. Looked as though he could have gone on with the ball then.
He could have. He didn't realise that he'd gone past Bart Williams.
Better Rudy was David Pleat's last signing before he vacated the chair here at Hillsborough. And Atkinson taking over, and he guided them to 16th last season. but his contract was not renewed in the summer when Danny Wilson came in. Wednesday are traditional slow starters. They only managed a couple of wins in their opening 13 matches last season. And they've started poorly again this. Not really finding their rhythm early on here.
The problem they have, Alan, is that they're continually having to go into feet. Carboni to his feet or to Booth. The only outlet they have going in behind is Alex Anderson, but they don't have any real pace in forward areas.
Van Hooijdonk miles offside there. He has scored just once in his 5 matches since he returned from his exile, and that was in a Monday Night Live game against Derby County. Grim-faced Dave Bassett back in, well, he's never really left. In fact, he still lives in this city, but he had 8 years as manager across the city for Sheffield United. Tackle on Carboni, and Wednesday get the throw. Atherton with the cross. Booth couldn't reach it. Bart Williams, a claim for handball from the home fans. Hinchcliffe wins it back anyway. Rudy.
Well, the ball actually looked worse than what it was, because the idea was certainly there. I think Hinchcliffe didn't continue his run, and it was really made to look a poor pass.
Emerson cleans it up at the other end. And now Des Walker onto Rudy again. Yonk. Good strong tackle from Chettle. Got one back, and Alex Anderson in a great position here. Very important challenge that was. Rodgers did well.
Yeah, Alex Anderson just got a yard on him. But I think Forest were fortunate there that in Rodgers, they've got a very, very quick left back. Because you can see quite clearly there, Alex Anderson's got a couple of yards on him, but Rodgers used his pace to get him out of trouble.
Great ball from the little man Carboni, and Rudy's shot flies wide.
I think it was deflected, actually. I think it would be a corner to Sheffield Wednesday. He was looking to try and bend it into the far corner, but it certainly takes a deflection. I think it was off the arm of Armstrong. In fact, it was Helder.
Corner it is, 16 minutes gone. Rudy again on the near post.
Excellent defensive header this time from Hooijdonk. It was a good delivery from Andy Hinchcliffe.
For Wednesday, have only scored 7 goals in their 7 Premiership matches at Hillsborough this season. And home and away, they've drawn a blank in half their league games so far. With their defensive qualities, if only they could find a consistent goal scorer, they'd be a lot higher in the table, obviously. Booth with the flick on. Carboni beaten to it by Chetler. Away by Emerson. And Young cleaned up a messy looking situation there for Wednesday. Cerny-Czech's first time kick, headed away by Chet. Quasi, the former Queen's Park Rangers player. Rodgers turning it back. I don't think Armstrong appreciated that, really. Kjelda. Bonner there just ahead of him. Goes for the long ball for Van Hooijdonk. Emerson read it well, though. And a poor ball there by Armstrong. Luckily they kept possession. Quasi. This is Johnson. Thought about a shot. And did so at the second attempt. An orthodox save, but they all count from Cerny-Czech.
Well, I don't think Johnson could quite believe just how much space he had. I think he was expecting for one of the Wednesday players to come out and close him down. When no one decided to, he decided to have a shot at goal.
Young got the attempted through ball all wrong for Wednesday. Armstrong. Foul on Darshfield. The referee has allowed advantage. Van Hooydonk. And it's a great run again from Johnson. And slides it in, and it must be. Oh, great save! What a great save from Cernicek. It looked a certain goal for Rodgers.
Well, just look at the run that Rodgers makes here. Johnson picks him out, but he continues his run. He thinks he's scored. That really is a great save. Low down to his left, just gets his hand to it. Tremendous save.
Forest get their first corner. It should have been their opening goal.
And once again, good refereeing. He allowed the advantage rule.
There turns it back into the crowd, and the flick on was all too easy for Cernicek.
Yeah, I think it was a foul by Emerson Allen on Darshfield. Clear push in the back. The referee saw it. Wanted to allow the game to continue, and we all welcome that refereeing decision.
Everton under pressure from Darshfield, and he could have caused a real embarrassment to his goalkeeper then. Cernicek actually slipped, but hasn't knocked the ball back, but managed to regain his footing in time. This is Rudy. Forced to go across the field. Emerson helped him out. Now Hinchcliffe. Rudy. 20 minutes gone, no goals. But both teams have had excellent scoring chances. And there could have been another one here.
Yes, for 1 second it looked like an embarrassing moment for Cernicek, but it was always going wide. I think he was just playing to the crowd, Alan. He knew what he was doing.
Hasn't yet been on the losing side, Cernicek. And Carboni at the other end. Alexanderson well placed in the middle. Young arrived late. Proved even later. But in the end, there was no meat on the header. Bart Williams. Bonner forced backwards by Rudy's presence. Bonner. It was tight for Bart Williams, and he's lost out in the tackle, and Booth in a great position, and Carboni on the other side. Booth in the middle, Alexanderson arriving! Sheffield Wednesday take the lead!
Well, Bonner played Bart Williams in all sorts of trouble, but this is a delightful ball from Carboni. Shows great vision, and that is a great header. When it arrives to him, you know, he's got a lot of time. Alexanderson has to think about it, but the header is absolutely to perfection. Right in the corner, Besson absolutely no chance. It's a very, very good header.
And after two in his last home game against Manchester United, it's another for the Swede, who was out injured for 8 months with a serious knee injury and only came back a few weeks ago. Forest to go behind, try and hit back straight away. Cernicek gets it clear. Rodgers is there again with another chance. And Emerson clears the danger. Rodgers. Alexander stopped him getting any further, and indeed the throw has gone Wednesday's way.
It was an excellent header, Alan, because sometimes, you know, the most difficult headers are the ones that you have to think about. As that ball was in flight, Took a long time to reach Alexanderson. He had to think what he was going to do with it, but he did it absolutely to perfection. He'd rather place the ball, but it was with plenty of power away from Besant, giving him absolutely no chance.
Carboni looking lively. Hinchcliffe. Rudy provides the overlap. It goes in early towards Booth. Oh, that's a great header as well. Almost a carbon copy move.
Once again, it's a great ball. Hinchcliffe picks out Booth. He's not entitled to score from that distance, but he does his best to cause Besant a problem. He angles it right in the corner, and Besant had to make a save.
Scored twice in his last 4 games, Andy Booth, after going 19 matches without scoring. He sees a foul there by Yonk on Kwasi.
Just when I look at the Wednesday team, it's certainly changed. Only the 2 defenders, 2 of the 4 you mentioned, Alan, that still remain from my days. That's Atherton and Walker, 2 players that brought to the club. Certainly Peter Atherton, you mentioned Des Walker, but what a great servant Atherton's been.
Absolutely, very big favourite with the fans here. Very consistent player. Van Hooijdonk, well, we won't be surprised if he has a shot here. If it was a shot, it was an awful one. Carboni did well. Rudy couldn't get it back to him. Kwasi working hard. Steve Chettle for Forest. They're a goal behind. Have an excellent record here in recent years. They've won 6 of their last 9 visits to Hillsborough. Oh! Hinchcliffe colliding with the advertising hoarding. It wasn't the easiest ball that was played back to him. Chettle's clearance. Walker with an up and under. Strong challenge by Booth, but the decision's gone against him. Bart Williams. This is Armstrong. Rogers wide on the left. He goes for the through ball aimed at Darshfield. Cleared by Emerson. Brazilian was signed from Benfica. Played his first game in midfield, but has been in the centre of defence ever since. Bart Williams. Now Hjelde. Bonalaire up against Hinchcliffe. And he hasn't won too many battles down that side. Hjelde. Van Hooijdonk's header has dropped straight to Emerson.
It wasn't the worst of headers, but his colleague up front, Darshfield, never reacted at all. Hooijdonk just flicked it inside. Van Hooijdonk expecting Darshfield to anticipate. He never did.
Young finding the goal scorer, Alexanderson. Now Atherton. This is Sonner. Hinchcliffe. Played the handball there, but I think Hjelde took it on the chest. And did well against Booth. Van Hooijdonk, lovely little back healer. Andy Johnson. Onto Bart Williams. Darshfield ahead of him. And there's a good ball. Great recovery tackle, inevitably from Walker. Keep ball over there, which the crowd didn't enjoy. Booth took an awkward ball well then and feeds Rudy, who's got Carboni ahead of him, and Alexanderson arriving. Here's Carboni, Alexanderson in the middle, and he was almost in again.
Once again, it was another well-timed run. The same combination has brought the goal. Carboni to Alexanderson. Great run this from Carboni, just times it right. And a good run that is by Alexanderson, inches away from getting his second goal.
Has gained his team a corner. They're looking really effective down the left-hand side tonight, Sheffield Wednesday. Hinchcliffe and Rudy in particular.
Yeah, Alexanderson had the option whether to wait at the far post or take the chance and get across the front of Rodgers. He elected to go for the second, was almost rewarded.
A well-rehearsed set piece, and the delivery towards Emerson on the far post. And comes out again to Alexanderson, confident enough at the moment to hit them from anywhere, and another deflection means another corner.
Once again, the ball comes in the box, and Forest don't deal comfortably with it. On this occasion, the shot from Alexanderson, deflected from Bart Williams, yet another corner for Wednesday. Just look how congested that near post is.
Desmond with good safe hands, although the ball was far too close to him to cause a problem. Continually, they're being caught in possession in the middle of the field, Nottingham Forest. That must be real concern to their manager. Wednesday forcing them back again.
Yeah, the passing of Forest hasn't been the best. Too many short balls, too many balls being given away. But you have to give credit to Sheffield Wednesday. They've got a good shape about them, and they are working very, very hard, especially in that centre of midfield.
Rudy doing well again. Walker with a good ball out to Carboni. Rudy continues his run down the left. Carboni shows his skill. This is Atherton. Alexanderson. Rodgers the defender. Atherton, Carboni. Atherton did well to get the cross in there. And it's Carboni. His first touch let him down. Trying to use his pace and does well against Emerson. Van Hooijdonk up in support on the right. Here he is. And slides it into Johnson, whose touch also let him down.
Well, what a good chance that was. Van Hooijdonk waited for the overlap from Bonalaire, elected not to give it to him because it's a good tracking back from Hinchcliffe. Picked out Johnson, and really the first touch was very, very poor.
Here's Rudy and Hinchcliffe combining again, but that ball dropped in a little short. Forest get possession again with Van Hooijdonk. Rudy surely pulling him back. The referee saw that. There's a let play go on again, and this time there is no advantage for Forest.
Well, this all starts from good work from Darshville, who picks out Van Hooijdonk. He waits for support on the outside, decides he can't give it, comes inside. And Johnson, if his first touch had been better, could have set himself up for the shot.
Thierry Bonalaire for Nottingham Forest with a goal behind. Steve Chet. Armstrong. Bart Williams and Armstrong not on the same wavelength then. And again, Forest have to go all the way back to Dave Besant.
Well, I don't think you can blame Bart Williams because it was overstruck and not accurate. It's only a 10-yard pass.
They've lost 5 of their 7 away matches in the Premiership so far, Nottingham Forest. In fact, their only win was at Southampton 2-1 way back on August the 29th. The only other point they picked up on their travels was at Middlesbrough in November with that late goal by Marlon Harewood, one of their substitutes tonight. Rodgers getting a crack in the face, needs some treatment.
Well, I couldn't quite see what that was given for. Obviously a foul given against Alexanderson on Rodgers. Well, that's accidental, isn't it? There's certainly nothing accidental about this. This is the opening goal. What a great header that is. I spoke about the accuracy of the header, but You must be 7 yards out. When you're 7 yards out, you've still got to get enough power in it to beat the keeper. He's done everything right.
And that goal actually makes him joint leading scorer at Hillsborough this season. Only got 3. Di Canio is the other man on 3, and he hasn't played for 2 months. And if anything underlined Wednesday scoring problems, that statistic does. But as long as they can remain as defensively sound as they have been in recent months and snatch a goal, well, they'll be in decent shape. Certainly it's a very important period coming up for them. They've got home matches against Charlton and Leicester, away matches against Liverpool and Villa in the Christmas period. Walker comes to win it back. Good determined challenge then by Johnson, but an equally determined challenge in the middle of the park by Bonner there. A little too enthusiastic for the referee. Wednesday's free kick. Carboni indicates where he wants it played, but it's gone in short to Vignon. Now Allerton. Carboni still signalling for the ball. Darshfield taken off in by Emerson. Sommer plays it back to Young. And Peter Rudy there to win it back. Hinchcliffe. Walker, and the referee has now seen the linesman's offside flag. Let's tell you about live football action coming up later this week here on Sky Sports. Our nationwide game from the First Division on Friday evening is Bury against Sheffield United. Sky Sports 3 beginning at 7. And our Super Sunday match sees Wimbledon at home to Liverpool. Sky Sports 1. It starts at 3. Into the final 5 minutes of the half. Tonight, Carboni in possession for Sheffield Wednesday, and almost got that right. Andy Booth just couldn't quite reach it. And Wednesday will want to reach half-time with their lead intact here. And good value for that lead, but Forest have had their own chances. Here's Alexanderson, the goal scorer. Andy Booth. Surrounded by red jerseys, but still found a way out. And again, it's Carboni offside.
Oh, he was surrounded by 3 Forest men, but there wasn't one tackle that came in. You can see Carboni just offside.
Throw-in given away to Quasi. Johnson. He's here again. Bart Williams, a cracking effort. And that hit the goalkeeper on the chest. I don't think he knew much about that. In the end, Sheffield Wednesday get a free kick.
Well, it was well set up from Johnson to Bart Williams, who wasted no time with the shot. But I think you'll see this took a wicked deflection. There it is, off the foot of, I think it was Sonner, or was it Wim Jonk? Whatever it was. It completely deceived Pavel Cernacek, who does well to get his body behind it.
Unlucky there for Bart Williams, who scored his first goal of the season in that 2-2 draw against Aston Villa in their last game. Booth winning a fine header at the other end. Alexanderson. Not the best clearance from Bonner there, but Armstrong cleaned it up nicely. Sheffield they've worked so hard tonight. No team that plays under Danny Wilson's management could achieve anything less, but they really have worked for their position. Rodgers working hard then to deny Alexanderson.
But I don't think Forest have helped themselves, Alan, because I think that's the second or maybe the third time that Dave Besson has thrown the ball out, and he's thrown it to a Sheffield Wednesday player. They've given it away in midfield and at the back on too many occasions.
Steve Chettle, on there in acres of space. Well, what can he do with it? Find Johnson. Back again to the Frenchman. They've got plenty forward here. That'll settle to the throw. Bar Williams. Forced into the corner by Hinchcliffe. Goal kick. Gelder's clearance. And they gain some valuable ground down that left-hand side where so much of their success has come tonight. There's Hinchcliffe again. Yonk. Easily intercepted by Quasi. Emerson wins it back though. Rudy. Oh, good skill. Great play. In the end, the ball not quite crisp enough for Emerson. Rodgers had to intercept.
Yes, it is good play from Rudy, but the pass isn't so good. Sonner goes clear, but he allows Rodgers to get back and get in the interception.
Stronger cross by Yonk. Gelder's clearance. Garshfield's given it away. Hinchcliffe. And an offside decision yet again against Benny Carboni. Didn't bother to protest. No doubt mindful of the fact that he's got 4 cautions already this season. And 1 more would mean that he would have to miss the Boxing Day fixture against Leicester. Gelder. Bart Williams. And Gelder did well then with Carboni closing him down quickly. This is Armstrong. Almost a minute and a half of stoppage time played already. Van Hooijdonk let the ball go over his head for some inexplicable reason. He hasn't made too much of a contribution, in all honesty, in this half, Pierre Van Hooijdonk. Whistle sees Sheffield Wednesday go off a goal to the good, and what a good goal it was too. Excellent challenge in the middle of the field, excellent ball from Carboni, and a really good finish by Nicholas Alexanderson. Sheffield Wednesday created several good opportunities. Forest only 1 or 2. It looks as though there might be goals left in this game yet. At half-time, Sheffield Wednesday lead Nottingham Forest by 1-0. League games before tonight. In fact, only Everton in the Premiership have got a poorer scoring record than that, and their leading scorer, Steve Stone, who has 5 goals, is sitting this one out because of a 1-match suspension, and he has scored the crucial winning goal in the only 2 Premiership matches that Forest have won so far this season. Alexanderson, the only goal of the game so far. And if ever Forest needed a touch of inspiration from Pierre Van Hooijdonk, now is the moment. but he's been pretty ineffective so far as Forest, in the red shirts and white shorts, attacking the goal to the right, get the second half underway. Bar Williams, who came as close as any to bringing them level late on in that half. Dave Besant giving Hjelde the chance to come forward. He looks for Van Hooydonk, took a difficult ball well on the chest, but then easily dispossessed by Alexanderson, and that's been Forest's problem tonight. They have lost far too many of those 50-50 challenges. And there was no lack of bravery in that latest one. Ouch. Very painful clash of heads. Armstrong coming off the worst. He just shook his head as though he was swatting a fly. Armstrong needs some treatment. He's done really well this season, this young lad from the northeast. He's been the only Forest player who's figured in every single game for them.
Just looking around, Alan, to see if there's been any changes during the half-time interval. But it does appear that both managers sticking with the same tactics, although it does appear that Bonalaire has suggested that he may be pushing further forward down this right-hand side.
Disappointing first half, the Frenchman. Hjelde in possession for Forest. Again, they give it away. Atherton with the through ball over the head of Booth. One back by Armstrong, who's okay again now. Andy Booth, dispossessed by Quasi. A long ball by Rogers over the head of Darshfield. Atherton looks for Carboni. Armstrong wins that one though. Now Bimyong. Cheeky or what from Carboni, deliberately played the ball against his opponent's shins, showed good skill there and wins the free kick.
I'm not so sure it was against his shins, Alan. I think he was trying to play it through his legs, and at the wrong moment for Carboni. I think it was Bart Williams who actually closed his legs.
Here's Emerson. Atherton. Booth the target here, and again Armstrong wins an important header. Yonk in midfield wins it back. Carboni given offside again. Hjelde for Nottingham Forest. Walker's clearance. Johnson has it back and plays it forward again, looking for Bonner there, but it wasn't a good ball. Wednesday's throw. Really got going tonight, Nottingham Forest. It's more determined from Andy Johnson, who's been out for 6 weeks after a hernia operation. I wouldn't think Harry Bassett will be too pleased with the way his team have performed so far. When he was at Sheffield United, they failed to win any of their opening 16 games in the top division and still managed to survive that season. So he's been there, seen it, got the t-shirt, but they need something out of tonight's match, really. Certainly check on orthodox again, but a very effective. And Carboni given offside, and this time the decision looked questionable from where we're sitting, which is admittedly a long way away. It's the 6th time tonight that he's caught offside. So each time his team have been offside, he's been him.
Yeah, but the one occasion when he's just stayed onside was the occasion that produced the ball that gave Alexanderson the chance to get in the header for the opening goal. So on that occasion, he timed his run absolutely spot on.
17 games now since he last scored a goal, Benito Carboni, and only 2 in his last 39 appearances. Has been playing well, and you can see how his skills add so much quality to Wednesday's play. But goal scoring, well, that's another matter. It's a regular, consistent scorer that Wednesday are desperate to find. But then again, you could probably say that about most teams. No wonder clubs break the bank for players in that position. Foul there by Bart Williams. Wednesday have taken the free kick quickly. Hinchcliffe for them. Carboni. Kjelda nicks it off him. A chance now for Darshfield to have a run at Walker again. Quasi helps it out to the left. Rogers. And another offside. It wouldn't have counted even if Van Hooijdonk had got that on target.
Well, I would have thought that was the perfect opportunity there for Darshfield to try and outrun Des Walker. There was plenty of grass in behind for him to knock the ball. He had the option, of course, of Bonalaire, who made the 2-on-1 on his outside, but he came inside and changed the play to the left-hand side.
He's only made a couple of substitute appearances in the last 2 months, and Dave Bassett said he's not been satisfied with his form or with his attitude, so it's a bit of a surprise that he made the starting lineup tonight in place of the injured Friedman. Here's a chance at the other end for Rudy. Goal kick.
Well, it was almost a very, very good ball, that from Carboni. He's got such good vision. Quickly turns on this ball, flicks it over his head, and picks out Rudy at the far post. Slightly overhit, but once again, great imagination from Carboni.
Bart Williams given away again by Forest in the middle of the field. Probably lay off then. Carboni to Alexanderson. It comes back to him. Booth. Chettle caught him, and we're going to get the first caution of the game.
There's no doubt about the foul. It's the first yellow card, but once again, good play from Carboni. Turns away from his marker, plays a little ball into the feet of Booth, who just tries to turn that man, Steve Chettle, and wins his team a free kick from an area that's possibly a little bit too far out. But with players like Hinchcliffe and Wim Jonk, who are both excellent strikers of the ball, don't be surprised if they attempt the shot at goal.
It is Hinchcliffe. Well, Besant clearly wasn't surprised. Right behind the line of flight. Walker clearing it at the other end. Chettle almost caught then by Booth. Good ball by Besant. Van Hooijdonk. One back off him again by Wim Jonk. Hinchcliffe launches it early for Booth. Chettle just held him off. This is Armstrong. Oh, again, they're their own worst enemies, Forest, presenting the ball back to Wednesday. Carboni for the lucky deflection, and it's come back to the Italian again! Brilliant goal! What a way to end the famine! His first of the season, his first in 18 games, an absolute beauty.
Well, it was a fantastic finish. Only 2 minutes ago I was talking about the imagination of this guy, but this is absolutely sheer brilliance. But what about the defending again from Forest? Absolutely woeful. The pass from Kjelda straight to Carboni, looks up, spots Besant off his line, and this is absolutely exquisite. Brilliant goal.
Well, he seems to love playing against Nottingham Forest. His first ever goal, as I mentioned, was against these opponents a couple of years ago, and he also got two in a 3-0 away win against them that same season. And now he's off the mark for the first time this season with a quite exquisite finish. But oh dear, Nottingham Forest, that was woeful defending.
Well, they had the chance on two occasions to clear their lines, and the final pass from Kjelda was absolutely perfect for Carboni. You know, there are areas where you can play football, and they're trying to play football in the last third of the pitch and giving it away on far too many occasions.
And to even rescue a point now Forest have got to do something that no other visiting team has managed here at Hillsborough this season. They've got to score more than once. 10 minutes of the half gone. There's time enough for them, but there's going to have to be a dramatic improvement in their form. Rogers slides it forward to Darshfield. Quasi well-placed edge of the box. He hesitated. Now the cross. And Bonalaire coming in. Has sneaked it in somehow on the back post. Just what they wanted. A goal within, what, 90 seconds of conceding themselves.
Well, they couldn't respond any quicker than that. I've spoken about Bonalaire getting into a more advanced position. Great ball from Rogers. But once again, poor defending. Rudy puts his hands in his head. He knows he's responsible. He completely loses his man. It's Bonalaire. He lets him go, doesn't track him. And it's a good finish on the volley. Side foot for accuracy. Gets Forest back into it.
A landmark for him as well. The first time he's managed a goal in the Premiership. Well, now we have got a game. At times the first half disappointed, but this second half has really come to life in the first 11 minutes. But again, Forest have given the ball away, and Carboni could punish them again. So close. Well, what are Forest doing at the back?
Once again, short passing. This time the guilty man was Bart Williams. Plays Carboni in. Well, the chip was on again, wasn't it? He elects to go for the far post, but this does come to the far post. Great bit of skill this from Carboni. Looks up, completely deceives Besson. He can't do absolutely nothing about it. He's 6'3". If he was 8'3", he couldn't have got to that ball.
Hinchcliffe with the free kick for Sheffield Wednesday. Booth climbs highest. And it comes out to Young. That was a very good challenge by Quasi, because Young was ready to belt that one. Polacco will give Forest belief where there hadn't been too much prior to that. It had been a strangely subdued Forest performance, but now they will believe they can get back into this game. Atherton for Sheffield Wednesday. Just gave it away there when Alexanderson was well placed. Johnson. Darshfield. Good ball, but Bonalaire hesitated. No hesitation from Johnson. The tackle's flying in now. Rudy. Carboni's onside. Can he make it another? He can! He must be wondering why it's taken him so long with skill like that.
Once again, a very, very good finish from Carboni, but what about the defending? They're trying to play offside. He's in line. Besson shows him a lot to the far post. But once again, good skill from Carboni. Just curls it in with the inside of his right foot, inside the far post. That's not easy, but for someone like Carboni, he'll probably think it was easy.
Two goals inside 4.5 minutes for Benito Carboni after going 17 matches without a single goal. Doesn't it just always happen that way? Now he's on a hat-trick. And with almost an hour of the game gone, well, the story of the night has been Forest shooting themselves in the foot. Some of their defending has been awful. Having got back into the game with this guy's goal, Bonalaire, they then let Sheffield Wednesday score again. But here's Johnson. Darshfield takes it on the chest, sets it up for Bart Williams. Good run by him. Bonalaire's there again. Corner. Bonalaire saying it should have been more than that.
Well, it's a good tackle from Andy Hinchcliffe, because there were a number of Forest players waiting for the ball into the box from Bonalaire. Well, it certainly hit his arm, but unintentional.
That would have been harsh. Now Johnson through the crowd. different match now, Trevor.
Remember that statistic in the first half when we're talking about how many times, or was it in the second half, Carboni had gone offside?
6, yeah.
And I made the point that on the one occasion in the first half when it really counted, he stayed onside. He's just done it again there. He's gone offside a few times, but the times when it's mattered, he's stayed onside, and 2 of those runs have provided goals.
More defending to do here. Booth's going to make it difficult, but Armstrong had time. Bart Williams under pressure. Yonk. Boo. It was a good ball and a chance for another. Oh, that was so close from Sonner. Forrest all over the place again.
Well, this must go down as a very, very good save from Besant. Sonner breaks forward. What a great save that is, Alan.
To deny Danny Sonner his first goal for Sheffield Wednesday. And a goal that surely would have finished the contest. Young steps over it, and the next effort was not quite so impressive. And that has signalled a flurry of activity down on the touchline, because Nottingham Forest are going to make 2 changes now. I'll come back to that in a moment, as Emerson wins it back for Sheffield Wednesday. Hinchcliffe, and he decided to take an extra touch there. Certainly check, it just caused a bit of anxiety amongst the fans around us. There's Sonner, and now Atherton. Oh, it's a brilliant ball to Young from Carboni, and in the middle Rudy. Bonalaire got it away. Sonner's there again, and now Rudy again. Oh, we're getting the flicks and tricks now from Sheffield Wednesday. Really enjoying their game. And an offside decision against Darshfield. They thought they were going to get their subs on there, Forest, but the referees waved play on.
Well, you get the feeling that Forest have really got to dig in at this moment, because Wednesday is so dominant.
Now the ball has gone out of play, and they can make that change, that double change. In fact, Andy Gray is going to come on, and also Scott Gemmell. Quasi is one of those going off. And no indication yet of who the other player is who's going to be taken off. Gemmell's ready to come on.
This is quite unusual,
isn't it?
Quite unusual. They're going to play with 12 men.
Well, finally, the number is held up, and it's the number of Craig Armstrong, which is an interesting one of the central defenders. So presumably they'll go to a back 4. I don't know. Let Trevor work that one out in a minute. Scott Gemmell might well have played, as we mentioned earlier. He had a groin injury, wasn't fit for training earlier in the week, declared himself fit this morning, but by then it was too late. According to his manager, he'd already done all the preparation without including him. Anyway, there's danger again here for Forest. Besant with a good catch. And off we go again. Bonalaire. Darshfield's layoff. Gray almost got his first touch. One of the substitutes who's just come on, the former Leeds United player, 21 last month. Here's Walker. Calm layoff by Yonk to the Brazilian Emerson. That's a good ball forward to Alexanderson. Now Carboni. Booth in space. Rudy arriving in the penalty box. Had to check back. He's still in there. And it was a good clearance from Checker. Very strong challenge, which has left, I think it's Alexanderson down on the deck. He's picked himself up again now. And Hooydonk in possession for Forest. Just showed it to Rudy. Good Bonalaire in the challenge. There's Carboni. Good running again by the Dutchman. Just kept it in play. And then Gelder takes it off him, but the ball had already crossed the line. Forest throw. Young looking for a free kick, I think.
Yes, you're right about Forest going to 4-4-2. Bonalier, as you'd expect, taking up a full-back position, as is Rodgers. Bart Williams come out of his central row, gone onto the left-hand side of midfield. Johnson and Gemmell in the centre with Gray on the right-hand side.
Van Hooijdonk given away rather too easily to Emerson. Cernicek. Gemmell gets his first touch. Atherton for Sheffield Wednesday, who now lead 3-1. Boo. Sonner, that's a good ball. Barboni. Sometimes the little tricks don't work, but the intention was good. He's enjoying himself now. The weight off his shoulders, those goals.
When you do something like that and you're losing on, you get booed. When you've scored 2 goals and you're winning, you get clapped.
Yeah, you can get away with anything. Bonalier. Foul there by Van Hooijdonk on Walker. Sonner, a man they bought for only £75,000. Not many Premiership players go for as little as that these days. Came from Ipswich. There's Gray. Booth getting back to deny it. Good play there by Johnson. Van Hooijdonk. Darshfield. And Sonner and Emerson combined to clean it up. Just a shade over 20 minutes remaining for Forest to try and get back into this game. Booth at the other end. Reached his own header. Alexanderson. Now it's Forest winning it back. Good pace again from Darshfield. Look at that lightning sprint. And his team a corner.
Yeah, but to be fair to the big centre-half Emerson, he wasn't the slowest there. Remember in the first half, Darshfield went away from Des Walker, but he didn't go away that easily from Emerson.
There's Gemmell. Cross hooked in, Yelder almost got there. Walker got it away for the umpteenth time, and some real pressure on Wednesday at the moment. Got everyone back behind the ball here. Scott Gemmell, Johnson, chance for a shot. And through the crowd, it broke to Van Hooijdonk, and he finds the net. A lucky deflection, but Forest aren't complaining, and they're really back in this game with a vengeance now.
Well, I think Sheffield Wednesday have contributed to their own downfall there. They sit deep, nobody comes out to press the ball. Forest get lucky, it's a deflection off the leg of Emerson, but what a good finish from Van Hooijdonk. It's straight through the legs of Cernicek, but they're back in it.
And both his goals have come live in our Monday Night Football. The first against Derby. Carboni dispossessed by Helder, and suddenly the nature of this game has changed. Bart Williams for Forest. Darshfield given offside. Emerson clears it anyway. Free kick though.
You have to say that since Forest have gone to a 4-4-2, Alan, they've started to play much better. They've been able to apply a little bit more pressure on Sheffield Wednesday. I felt for the first hour that wasn't possible with the 3 at the back and wing-back system. But they've certainly done that much more so in the last 15 minutes.
Sheffield winning the header. Here's Van Hooijdonk. Dispossessed. Young plays it forward. Another offside. I needn't tell you who it is. On first name terms with the linesman by now. Gemmell, Bonalier. Van Hooijdonk. Gemmell. Sheffield. This is much better from Nottingham Forest. Rodgers. Bart Williams out on the left flank. Slides it into Darshfield. The layoff didn't work. and suddenly they could be caught on the break here, Forest. But Gemmell hauling down Carboni. Free kick already taken. Kim Young. Hinchcliffe. Rudy. Johnson plays it long for Gray. Darshfield is in ahead of him. And Emerson determined that was going to be his. Bonner there. Not a bad ball. Bart Williams arriving. Well, Benito Carboni has waited a long time to celebrate a goal. But what two wonderful goals they were when they arrived. Lovely chip there, and a very accurate finish beyond the reach of Dave Besant. But at the moment, it's Forest in the driving seat, it seems. They really have had an excellent 15 minutes here, and Darshfield tries the shot. Rogers' clearance has gone straight to Boo. This time Carboni is onside. Couldn't make the cross. Rogers with the clearance. Gemmell. Johnson. Van Hooijdonk. This is Rudy for Sheffield Wednesday. Emerson. Goal. But what two wonderful goals they were when they arrived. Lovely chip there, and a very accurate finish beyond the reach of Dave Besant. But at the moment, it's Forest in the driving seat, it seems. They really have had an excellent 15 minutes here, and Darshfield tries the shot. Rogers' clearance has gone straight to Boo. This time Carboni is onside. Couldn't make the cross. Rogers with the clearance. Gemmell. Johnson. Van Hooijdonk. This is Rudy for Sheffield Wednesday. Emerson. Carboni's onside. He's got Booth in the middle and got caught between two stools, I think.
Well, he's always playing on the edge, isn't he? Is he or isn't he offside? That's the third time he's beat the offside trap and almost got his hat-trick.
There's Van Hooijdonk again. Bart Williams to his left. Van Hooijdonk wants it back. But it's almost like they've retreated now, Sheffield Wednesday, in fear of conceding another goal.
Well, they're getting more and more men back in the defensive positions, and that's dangerous with Van Hooijdonk. He's not a, I was going to say, a normal type of striker that goes into the box when crosses come in from wide areas. He always likes to hang out, as he did on that occasion there.
Well, look at that, 24 attempts on goal. It was a game that took a while to warm up, but we've certainly had an entertaining second half. 15 minutes remaining, and the game's still in the balance. Sheffield Wednesday can go level on points with Everton if they win here tonight. Giving the ball away again. Gray. Decent cross, and a chance there certainly for Darshfield, who beats the ground in frustration.
Well, it wasn't a bad ball in from Gray. He had the option of playing Bonner on the overlap. Puts it in flat. Well, you can see there, Darshfield, what a free header, and really makes a mess of it.
Well, we mentioned beforehand that this is a fixture with a history of producing goals, and it hasn't let us down. Didn't always look that way, but 5, and who would rule out the possibility of another? Rudy's in trouble here for Sheffield Wednesday. Dave Galley trying to treat him on the pitch, but it looks as though he's going to have to go off it for the moment anyway. Chance to remind you of the telephone number for the Man of the Match award. It's 0660 112233. That's 0660 11 22 33.
Well, if Rudy can't continue, Alan, they've got the ideal substitute, I should say, in Lee Briscoe, who can play on the left-hand side. And it may just give them fresh legs at a vital moment, because in the last few minutes, they look to be dying a little bit in midfield, Sheffield Wednesday.
Well, they're going to go for it now by sending on Marlon Harewood to replace Darshfield. "13 minutes to try and make some impact here." Big Marlon Harewood scored his first Premiership goal to secure a valuable away point at Middlesbrough. 3 goals in all this season. Most of his 14 appearances this season have been as a substitute. He's just the kind of man you want to come on now with his pace and power. But it's pace and power that Sheffield Wednesday are showing with Yonk in the middle. Rudy, who's recovered, has given it away meantime. Bonalaire for Forest, 3-2 down. And immediately, Marlon Harewood wins a free kick for his side, and this is well within Van Hooijdonk range. Let's face it, the halfway line is within range for him. But this is a seriously good opportunity if he can get this right.
It's got to be one hell of a shot from this distance to beat Sonacek, Alan. He must be all of, what, 33 yards out? 32, 33 yards, but he looks like he's going for it.
Well, he got it around the wall, which was difficult enough, but never seriously threatened the keeper.
By the way, today's attendance occurs by 19,300.
Well, that back problem suffered by Peter Rudy is going to cost him his place. Obviously, he can't continue, and Lee Briscoe comes on in his place. Briscoe scored the 89th minute winner against Arsenal a few weeks ago, his first ever senior goal. He's had a lot of injury problems himself. Bar Williams for Forest. As we move towards the final 10 minutes. Booth has it back, and now Sommer, and Carboni's there again. Oh, good covering there by Rodgers, but it's broken straight to the substitute, Briscoe. Got round Bonalaire, who stood his ground. Forest throw. Alexanderson planning Vim Yonk. Adderton. Emerson's given it away to Rodgers. Vim Yonk with excellent skill. And a good ball out to Alexanderson. Carboni near post. Very good defending it was by Chielda to get it clear.
Certainly was, because he had 2 players there to contend with. He did the correct thing. He saw the most dangerous one, and that was Carboni. And he got in an excellent interception.
Harewood's layoff. Bar Williams back to Rodgers. Scott Gamble. Closed down by Yonk. And Wednesday happy to get the throw out of that as we move into the final 10 minutes now. It'll be 3 vital points for Wednesday if they can hold on here. Perhaps they can do better than that. Carboni spots Booth in the middle. Hasn't got there first. Forest on the counter. Van Hooijdonk. Disconcerting sometimes the way Cernicek likes to take an extra touch on the ball. And gave possession away then.
It's good closing down, that was by Harewood, though. Got in an excellent block.
Let's remind you what comes up later this week. here on Sky Sports. Bury against Sheffield United is our nationwide First Division action on Friday, Sky Sports 2. Programme beginning at 7. And then Super Sunday takes us to Selhurst Park. Wimbledon against Liverpool, that's Sky Sports 1. And the show begins at 3. For Nottingham Forest. Gray. One back by Booth. Imyonk. Hinchcliffe. Good ball for Briscoe if he can get there. Yalda beat him to it though. The linesman belatedly, but eventually has flagged for a throw. To Hinchcliffe. A ball! Playing for handball there, and the referee saw it, so this is a dangerous position with Hinchcliffe's ability to pinpoint these free kicks. Plays it short. Carboni. Oh, he sent Ben the wrong way there. Hinchcliffe pulls it back towards Booth, but nothing came of it in the end.
Well, because the lines would have flagged for offside, Alan.
Bonalaire now for Forest. Time running out, but they've got to believe that they can rescue something from this. They played well in the last 15-20 minutes or so. Left it late, but maybe not too late. Bart Williams doing well again. Earns his team the throw. This is Rodgers for Forest. Van Hooydonk. Clearance, but at the moment Sheffield Wednesday don't seem to be able to get enough players into the opposition half. Every time they clear, the ball's coming straight back. They're defending very deep. And a terrible ball by Yalda has given it away to Young. Carboni one side of it, Booth the other. In the end, Wednesday couldn't capitalise. In the box, he thought about lacrosse, goes short to Gemmell instead. Now Van Hooydonk. Harewood, good turn by the youngster. Johnson. Harewood's there again. Miskicked it under pressure from Alexanderson. Walker doing well to keep possession there. I think the home crowd are getting anxious here simply because they believe their team is choosing to sit back. Maybe it's not out of choice though. There's a lot of nail biting going on around us. Into the last 5 minutes. Your opportunity to vote for tonight's man of the match by calling 0660 112233. Bonalaire. Taken well there by Bart Williams. Now Rodgers. Gemmell. Briscoe's clearance. And you can really feel the apprehension around Hillsborough. They don't want to see their team pinned back like this with such a slender lead.
And it transmits to on the field, Alan, because the players are becoming very, very edgy now.
And Danny Wilson will be even more anxious than any of those watching, you can be sure of that. Had a short spell, of course, as a player at Nottingham Forest about 15 years ago now. It really has been all Forest for the last quarter of an hour. Gemmell. Bart Williams. Back to Chettle. We've got 4 men in a row here, edge of the box. One of them. This is Johnson. Kjelda's got forward now. Did well then. Gemmell. That'll be a corner, I think, if it goes. Yes. Well, the final whistle can't come soon enough for Sheffield Wednesday. Bart Williams in towards Van Hooijdonk, who got the flick right across the face of goal. Harewood turns it back in, and surely a chance here by Gray, and then by Johnson.
Well, what a fantastic block this is from Emerson, because this had goal written all over it. It's into Gray, terrific block.
Now Sheffield Wednesday counter-attack. That's what the fans wanted to see. Young, Alexanderson. Offside here. Booed. Not Carboni for once.
I'm sure when that ball fell to Andy Gray from the foot of Harewood, he was in a goal-scoring situation. But Emerson did it as you would expect a defender to do. He absolutely threw himself in front of it.
And a great run here by Bart Williams. Another fine challenge, but still Forest press forward. Gray. Briscoe with the tackle, but it's another Forest corner. Tremendous finish here at Hillsborough. 90 seconds on the watch. Dave Besant's come forward. It's always a risk, but it's worth taking, I guess, at this stage. Gemmell, back to Bart Williams. Decent ball to the far post, and suddenly Cernicek diving to try and keep out Kjelda's header.
Well, I'm not sure that this is the correct decision by the referee. It's a great ball this from Bart Williams to the far post. I think it is right. And once again, it's Emerson who does a great job at the back post.
Yet another corner. Cernicek with a nervous punch away. Bonneler pumps it back in again. They're clinging on by their fingernails here, Sheffield Wednesday. 30 seconds plus stoppage time. And then I would imagine at least a couple of minutes to be added. Dave Besant furious when he finally came forward for that corner. They took it short and left him in no man's land. In fact, there's even more time. There's going to be 4 minutes, it's just been indicated, of stoppage time. That's going to be the longest 4 minutes of Sheffield Wednesday's season, I suspect. Besant launches it long. The header away by Emerson. Inevitably, it's Forest who pick up the pieces, though. Rodgers for them. Pumps it in high towards Van Hooijdonk. Andy Johnson. Gray. Briscoe, the defender, denying him a route forward. Did well there, Briscoe. But where's he going to go now? He's given it away to Gemmell. And when it was touched on by Bart Williams, it could have gone absolutely anywhere. Rodgers. Deflected away by Alexanderson. Atherton clears, and look how much time Besant's got to come out like a midfield player and collect it. All the pressure on Sheffield Wednesday, clinging on to their 3-2 lead here. It's like a cup-tie finish. Still 3 minutes to go. Rodgers, good ball. Gemmell's layoff. Bart Williams. Goal kick. What a relief you feel for Sheffield Wednesday.
Well, you'd expected better there from Bart Williams. Normally very good in possession of the ball. That was a careless pass. But this is the sort of pressure, you know, and the type of passion that Dave Bassett's sides normally play with. And certainly they've given Dave in the last half an hour plenty of it. If they lose the game, they lost it in the first hour, Alan.
Well, Dejan Stefanovic is about to come on to replace a tiring Benito Carboni, whose 2 goals could make him the hero. But he can't be sure of that yet. And the Yugoslav comes on for his first appearance of the season. He hasn't been able to play while they've been sorting out a problem about a new work permit for him. So a defender for an attacker, underlining Wednesday's anxiety. So a couple of minutes, at least, to hold out. And Dave Bassett, if they don't get anything out of this game, will be left wondering why on earth his team didn't produce this kind of a performance earlier on in the game, because they've been dominant for a long, long period now. Bonneler pumps one in again. Chettle under pressure from Boone. Had to turn it back, really. The clock ticks on. Bonneler. The clearance by Jonk. Forrest again in possession. Bonneler once more. Harewood goes up with Emerson. Van Hooijdonk. Harewood tries the shot. It deflects to Gray. And again Gray. But Leon takes it to Gamble. This is Bart Williams. Maybe only 40-odd seconds remaining now as he plays it in again. Incredible finish at Hillsborough. Wilson urging his team out, telling them to get forward, stop giving away this space, this possession. And it's turned on to Harewood, and comes back to Yelda, and Bart Williams is there, and Van Hooijdonk's there, and it's a corner. This surely will be the last chance for Forest.
I can't believe Bessa's not coming up for this one.
The corner whipped into the near post, great header away. It's all over, and Nottingham Forest's brave attempt to rescue a point has ended in failure. But what a tremendous second half we saw here at Hillsborough tonight. Sheffield Wednesday have held on to maintain their excellent recent form. Now it's only 1 defeat in their last 7, 3 crucial points. But my word, do they make their fans sweat at the end. Here are the goals. Alexanderson giving them the lead. His 3rd in the last 2 home games. Carboni's 1st of the season. Seemed to make it comfortable at that stage, but it was not to be. Bonneler brought Nottingham Forest back into the picture. Then Carboni struck again, and there were 2 in front once more. And at that stage, no one could have guessed what an anxious finish lay in store. Van Hooijdonk making it 3-2. And there were so many opportunities for Forest to snatch an equaliser, but it was not to be. And the final score, Sheffield Wednesday 3, Nottingham Forest 2.